Hello all, James Johnson aka Sulphur Blade, and I'm back here with War on the Sea and me. Yeah, I know, I've been like missing in action for quite a while now. But I'm back. What can I say? I already did one video that I decided to completely scrub because I'm so damn rusty at not only doing videos but as well as playing War on the Sea. And things didn't go so well, and I just felt like the entire video needed to be scrubbed and redone because, well, yeah. Anyway, with that being said, let's just jump into this and stop listening to me rambling. I'm playing War on the Sea heavily modified. This is with several mods: Tokyo Express mod, Abdicom defense mod, OM, which is basically adds extra ships, and what's the last mod? Oh well, the Pacific Campaign, which is the whole point of this particular episode, is we're going to be doing the Pacific Campaign, and the Pacific Campaign needs all of the aforementioned mods in order to make it work. So here we are in the Pacific Campaign, which is a much larger, much grander, much more all-encompassing dealio. So with that being said, we got some history on the attack on Pearl Harbor. If you want to read this, go ahead. Fall of Singapore and the East Indies. If you're interested in reading this, just go ahead and pause the video and go ahead and read that. If you're interested in reading about old Douglas MacArthur fortifying the Philippines and having troops stuck there, go ahead and pause the video and read that. And if you want to read about how we need to hold Port Moresby at all costs, go ahead and pause the video and read that. All right, supply lines. We're way up here in Midway, and we need to get stuff down here to Port Moresby. And Japan controls everything except for these little 3 ports down here at the bottom that we control. And so shit sucks. These are the rules. Midway is our capital. We need to take all of this stuff. We have a much more difficult time, as in we have to we have fuel and supplies that we actually have to spend if we're going to want to maintain airfields, if we're going to want to upgrade airfields. Well, yeah, we need fuel and supplies for that anyway. But if we want to replace airplanes, if we want to actually rearm our ships, if we want to do all of these things, we now need much more logistics put in place. So there's much more logistical stuff, and that's basically what these rules are talking about here. If you want to go ahead and read through the rules and get an idea of what the rules are about, just go ahead and pause and read them for yourself. All right, with that being said, this is kind of like my second time doing this episode. So the first time I went about buying all these things I'm going to buy again. But in the first episode, I purchased this group of replenishment ships, supply ships. I sent them out without loading them up. They were halfway to the target, and they had nothing on them. Bonehead move. But I turned them around, and I was going to continue on with the episode, but then I did some bonehead stuff down here, and I wasn't actually sending air out in the south, and Milne Bay got jumped. I had no forewarning on it because I was being stupid, because I was rusty. So I decided we're just going to completely scrub the episode and restart. So with that being said, submarines are really expensive now. I can't afford them at this point. I would like to get some submarines, but for the cost of 30 points, and we have limited buckaroos to spend, I don't feel like submarines are the way to start off with. Especially when we're going to need a Cimarron class oiler. This is going to be the slowest unit that we're going to purchase in this initial transport fleet. This is going to take our fuel, and she's 18 knots. The C3S, we're going to get 3 of these guys. They travel at 18.4 knots, and they're fairly cost effective. They only cost 8. It's kind of the reason we're getting these guys at this point. It's for the speed, for the cost. And then we're going to get some of these APDs for transporting troops. We're going to get 4 of them, and they have 24 knots, which is faster than these ships. So the Cimarron is the slowest ship of the group. We're going to get 4, and that's going to compromise our first USNS Fleet 1. We're going to put these guys in a 2-column scout. In 7 and 8, we want those guys, and in 5 and 6, we want those guys. Excellent! So I don't even have to swap things around this time around. Things are where they're supposed to be. Lucky me. Alright, so with that being said, let's just go ahead and done, and let's manage cargo right now so I don't forget about it. The Cimarron's easy. It's going to be taking the fuel. 2 of these guys are going to be taking engineering. So there's engineering 1, there's engineering 2, and the last of these guys is going to be taking supply. There's supply 3. That means that the troops are going to be riding on these guys. So we're going to manage to get 800 troops down into theater. 800 troops, about a little over 1,200 and 60 supplies. 160 engineering and 140 fuel is going to be our initial delivery. The fuel and the engineering is the most important stuff to get down there, bar none. So we're going to go ahead and set that course. Actually, we're going to go a little more direct than usual, because these guys are going to have some help getting down that they won't normally have. So in the future, we're going to probably take a more along the edge route, but for right now, we're going to have a carrier task force escorting them. So let's go ahead and put the carrier task force together now. Midway Island, yes. New Sea. For reasons I've already talked about, that you never heard me talk about, so I'm going to try to discuss it again. We are going with 2 carriers. Carriers are more expensive in this version. I think the Yorktowns are generally like 80 or 90 or something. Now they're up to 125. We're going to be going with 2 of these Yorktown classes, specifically the Big E, the Enterprise, and the Hornet. Now that's 250 of our remaining 300 command points already shot out the window. And the reason I'm going with 2 aircraft carriers, the reason I'm spending so much money on 2 aircraft carriers, is because I want to have overwhelming firepower in the air. Now that it's going to cost engineering and supply and gas and everything to basically replenish each and every airplane, we need to win the air battles decisively. And the easiest way to win them decisively is to have a much bigger Zerg. And in order to have a much bigger Zerg, 2 aircraft carriers is going to accomplish that for us. Also, killing ships out there. The more planes we can have dropping on them overhead, the more planes that they need to divvy the flak out amongst, the less casualties, in theory, we should take than if we were sending smaller strike forces. So that's why we're going with 2 carriers initially off the bat. All right. Now enough about rattling on about that. Now we're going to throw in 1 heavy cruiser, Pensacola, for the purposes of doing port strike. So we're going to have a couple of facilities down here, Santa Cruz, Guadalcanal, that are level 1. And those level 1 air bases are going to be annoying for the USNS ships that are going to be sailing in between here to get down here. So the easiest way to deal with these, I think, is to just blow them up initially, and that's what the Pensacola is for, to give us a little bit of shore bombardment capacity in this fleet. That being said, we're going to pick up an Atlanta to blow the ever-living crap out of anything in the air that comes after our carriers, because that's what the Atlanta's good at. The Atlanta's really good at AAA. And then we only have $10 left. So we can't really get normal destroyers. And I want to have 2 destroyers, so we're going to be going with destroyer escorts. Let's just go, here. And we're going to be going with 2 of these Clemsons. They're fast enough to keep up with the carrier, so that's good. They do not have dual purpose guns. That's a trade-off. But they have good sonar. They've got really good sonar, actually. So we're giving up some AAA to get some better ASW. And I think submarines are going to be the bigger threat to our carriers than planes, seeing as we're going to have lots of Wildcats here to protect the carriers. So this isn't actually that bad. And for the cost of 5, well, we're limited. Needs must. And needs must we have. So there's our initial carrier task force. Let's go ahead and put 1 in the 3 position. We're going to be doing a lot of swapping around here, aren't we? We are. Hornet we want in the 4 position. Then we are actually going to want the Atlanta back here in the 5 position. And the Pensacola in the 6 position. Which means that the Whipple and the Paul Jones should now be where they were supposed to be. Alright, everyone swapped around. Formation is good. Life is great. So let's find this carrier task force. Where are you? Here you are. I think. Did I? Oh. I've done this in the past, haven't I? I didn't actually purchase it. Alright, well, we'll just do that real fast. New sea. 2 of those. CL. Atlanta, yes. CA Pensacola, yes. CV Enterprise, yes. Hornet, yes. Right. There where they're supposed to be. Enterprise, swap here. Pensacola, swap here. Okay, everyone's where they're supposed to be. We're in 2-column scout, which works. Done. Okay, there we go. Manage cargo. Do we want to load up any cargo? Can we manage any cargo? What's going on with the cargo situation here? We could, in fact, it looks like, throw some troops on. And I think we're going to do that. Wait, what's going on? All right. There. there. Okay. And the carriers can't carry any troops because this huge ship is not capable of fitting some people on it. The Atlanta can, in fact, carry some troops. And the Pensacola can't. That's fine. That'll get us another 5 and 3, 800 more troops down there. Actually, we might, that might throw off the supply balance. That will throw off the supply balance. 200 and 300. I think, yeah, that's better for the supply balance. So the Atlanta's going to bring supplies. Okay, good. Now let's set our course. Where are you? Let's rename it Carrier Task Force. CTF 1. And you this is the most direct route to get here, which I'm thinking about taking, because we are a big bad the big bad that'll get me here in 96 hours. Or if I go more here, 102 hours. '94. Yeah, honestly, I think that's a better route. I'd like to stay a little ways away from Rabaul, if at all possible. We're going to be getting a little close to Shortland, which is a level 3 airfield, but that's fine. We have the power to deal with it. We need to get down here ASAP, so that's important. Let's just go ahead and start the clock. Actually, no. We need to set up air down here. Kitty Hawk. Put that on repeat right there. Air, Kitty Hawk, done, course. Something like that. Repeat. and something like that. What do we got at Moresby? Air Cobras. Yeah, let's do it. What is their range? 261. Repeat that. Of course, this is initial setup. These things are going to repeat themselves, and I'm not going to have to do it in the future. Something like that. And something like that. I guess it would be judicious to watch here. All right. Then we also have the carrier we're going to have to take care of. Go ahead and things start up a little bit here. All right, Midway. No, not Midway. Sorry. Carry Task Force. Hornet. Launch aircraft. One of these. Hornet. Launch aircraft. So I'm using the Hornet because the Hornet's going to basically serve as our scouting carrier. It's going to do the grunt work, if you will, where the Enterprise is going to get the glory. It's going to be the hammer. Whoops. I didn't give this a course. Course. Here to here. Yes. Did I just give a duplicate course? I don't remember. No, not the Enterprise. What am I doing here? No. RTB. Alright, let's just let the game run so I can see what I screwed up. Do I have any duplicates here? No. Okay. Hornet. Launch aircraft. Dauntless. Here to here. None. Okay. Done. Here to here. And then one more, right? Put it there. All right, let's let some time go forward. See if I missed any. Kind of feels like I did miss something. But it doesn't look like I missed anything. It'll be best to see it when we get to tomorrow. Oh, and I should actually be watching what's going on down here, because, yeah, this is kind of important. It's going to be hard to manage watching here and everywhere all at the same time. It's going to be tricky, but I'm going to have to learn to deal with the much bigger map, which is awesome. That's why I'm playing this, because the much bigger map is going to make it much more interesting. Much longer, that's for darn sure. Just a warning for those of you who are not familiar with my channel. I have this horrible habit of not actually finishing Let's Plays. In fact, the last War on the Sea Let's Play I did, I made it quite a ways before I got burnt out and bored on the game and gave it up. But I've been hunkering to play the game again, and now that these new cool mods are in, I'm giving it another go. Will I make it all the way through this? I don't know. This is a really large campaign, but I'm going to give it a go. Yeah, don't be surprised if at some point the Let's Play just kind of ends. But I'm gonna. I don't do it on purpose. I would love to actually finish Let's Plays, but I think a lot of people watch these just to get kind of an idea on how the game actually plays. And this is where I wanted to actually look. So we've got, it's all symmetrical. Yeah, it looks like I've covered all the bases. So yeah, people watch these Let's Plays, I think anyway, more to learn how to play the game and get tips and tricks. That's not to say that there isn't entertainment value. I certainly watch the Let's Plays myself. In fact, I've been watching some War on the Sea Let's Plays, which is part of the reason I've kind of hankered to start playing myself, because not to say anything bad about the person I was watching, but they were making decisions that was driving me nuts, and so I wanted to be able to be in charge of the decisions. So here I am in charge of the decisions. With that being said, I want to get some slightly longer range guys going out here. I'm happy with I want to think of it as like the inner ring, but I'd like to get 3 more aircraft. Dauntlesses, yes. Flying a little bit longer patrols. So you're going to head out. We have 680. I want you to go about like that, and repeat that. Excellent. Then another one, launch Dauntlesses. One empty course out this way. Right about there. Repeat. And one more. Another Dauntless. Empty. Course kind of down this way yonder. Something like that. Repeat. There we go. Some slightly longer range eyes out there to keep a lookout. All right, so another thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to kind of be cheesing things. And what I mean by cheesing things is that when aircraft end up encountering aircraft, I'm probably just going to end up retreating, because aircraft to aircraft stuff can get very time consuming. Not to mention, with the way this mod and everything is set up, aircraft are, well, valuable, and having aircraft shot down for silly reasons, well, I don't want to burn my resources for silly reasons. So I'm going to be cheesing a lot of the airplane on airplane contacts. I'll jump in, see if there's any ships actually located in the encounter. If there are ships, then, well, the encounter will continue. But if there's no ships to be seen, then we're just going to jump out of the contact, as there's no reason to have our scouts shot down or have scouts fighting scouts, etc. Just will delay the game, if you will, and cause me a headache. There's already enough difficulty in this scenario. I don't feel like having all of my scouts getting shot down is worth the added difficulty, if that makes any sense. Alright, so we're going to run this a little faster, just to kind of get things moving. I was going to escort the fleet here, but I want to get down into the area of operations as quickly as possible, because as the game tells you when you start this scenario, they are very much interested in taking Port Moresby ASAP, and so getting down here will behoove us as quickly as possible. Will definitely behoove us. Here we're going to begin, we're going to start, and we're going to take a quick look around. No ships seen. We're going to retreat, we're going to leave. This is the cheesing I was talking about. We're going to be doing quite a bit of this cheesing, as I will, just to keep things flowing. Where's that? Over here? It's probably from truck. Start. Look around. Do we see anything? No. Retreat. We're out of here. Okay. And continue on. Alright, we're getting into dangerous area at night, when we're most defenseless, if you will, as an aircraft carrier. Okay, air operations are back on. This is day 2. We have an encounter. Where is that at? Up here, by truck. Yeah, okay. Start. Take a, whoa, sorry. Look around. Don't see anything of interest. We're gonna retreat, we're gonna leave. And yes. Keep the clock moving. I don't want to move too fast, as I don't want to miss anything. but I want to move fast enough that we're getting somewhere. Dauntless is same place up by truck. Again, can't retreat till we're in. Look around. No, nothing. Okay, we're out of here. Okay, we're making good time getting down here. We are almost within a range to where we can start supporting the area. Almost. Okay. Take a look around. Any ships? No ships. Where are all those guys going? I don't want to get too tunnel visioned, but that had me a little concerned. So this is kind of a dangerous area to be skirting through as a Terrier task force right now at night. Going past Shortland and Guadalcanal, I'd actually rather do in the daytime, I think. Alright, so far so good. Alright, we're officially in theater, if you will. And there goes the air for day 3. And there's our resupply fleet. It's coming along. We're not going to pay too much attention to the resupply fleet, as actually, you know what? I just realized something. That resupply fleet doesn't have any aircraft, does it? No, it doesn't. I don't think it does. No. I don't think these guys have. Yeah. Do they? No. Cimarron? I'm really reaching here. Yeah, I didn't think so. Alright. And I guess that's what escort carriers are for, right? For escorting merchants. Oh, right. I was going to try to blow up Santa Cruz or Guadalcanal, but I'm so worried about the group that's... The sooner I blow them up, the easier it'll be for that group to get through. I have foreknowledge that a fleet should be arriving any time now, and that's why I'm so rushed to get down here. I think, yeah, we can blow this stuff up later. Let's focus on protecting what we need to protect, which is Port Moresby. That's our primary mission at this point in time, is protecting Port Moresby. And so that's what we're going to focus on. All right, so carry task force, let's just get you right here, because I want to drop whatever troops and stuff I have at Milne Bay, actually. Manage cargo. These troops. Oops. There we go. I'm a little rusty. Okay, there we go. Ah, look at that. 800 and 800. Perfect. So we're just going to sit right here at Milne Bay. That's about as safe a place as we can sit. And it's the perfect place to protect Port Moresby from. I would like to get some ASW units kind of patrolling. Maybe if I parked here and I patrolled this gap with ASW and patrolled this gap with ASW and I just parked in here with the carrier. Yeah, that would make sense. That's probably what we'll do in the future, but for right now we don't have any extra money to buy ASW groups with, let alone the other stuff we need to buy. So yeah, there's that. And these guys are trucking along, singing a song. Okay, air operations are available. And this initial fleet that we should be seeing here on day 4, I think it's going to be arriving any second now. Once we deal with that, we'll wrap up this episode and call it episode 1 of our Pacific Campaign War on the Sea Let's Play series. And my kind of welcome back from the hiatus of taking a long break from YouTubing. But now that I rushed down here so quickly, a fleet's not going to show up? What is the weather like? Well, it is 5, so it's going to be slightly hard to spot. It's 4 over here, so it's not great for us. 4 going into 3. Right in this area is where things are going to get really dangerous for them. All right. Alright, we have an encounter here, huh? I don't think it's anything of interest. It's probably just another ground plane. Oh, yeah. Yes. Land is not rendered in this mod. So if you're wondering, how is my plane over water right now? That's because there's no ground actually being rendered on this map. It's a thing. Gotta get used to it. That was this guy right here. Anyway, let's go ahead and get it moving. Encounter with Milne Bay. It's not one I have to take. These guys are heading Raboul? No. Where are they going? It seems like a strange path. Encounter with Port Moresby. Okay. Aha! There's what we're looking for. We can actually ignore this, so we're gonna. But we're going to mark this. All right there. We will. I don't think there's a battleship here, but we'll mark it as a battleship anyway. Counter Air Cobra. Alright, begin. Start. Retreat. Leave. Confirm. Continue. Kitty Hawk. Start. Retreat. Leave. Continue. All right, so this group is arriving later than they did in the last episode. The last episode, they were here, right here, on day 4. It's day 5, and I rushed all the way down here. So, even in the beginning stages of this, I guess there's a little bit of randomness, if you will. Can't retreat. Yeah, looking around. Do we see anything? Nope. So I could have had time to blow up either Santa Cruz or Guadalcanal this time around, but I was too worried I wasn't going to get here to protect Moresby in time. Boy, where is that guy going? Interesting. That has me a little concerned. there's no way these guys can get from way over here to here during night. I don't think there is. Nah, it can't happen. They should actually be in this ballpark at about 5, I think. About halfway, maybe. Alright. So this is the day of the reckoning, if you will. See how our scouts do? What they stumble across. Yeah. We haven't spotted anything yet. Do I want to let these spotters spot me? Not really. Yeah, let's launch 24 Wildcats. They can head this way. Wildcats, jump into tactical. Contact. Go get it, guys. Go get it. First blood of the campaign. A spotting aircraft. How many what the? I thought we lost a Wildcat for a second. And splashdown. Alright. Now, unlike myself, the AI doesn't have to follow the same rules. They don't. They're not worried about supply and engineering and everything to replenish their aircraft. They just get to replenish their aircraft because they're the AI. Wildcats, please. Course. This way, please. Oh, stop the phones. We have contact. Okay. Carriers. Enterprise. So before I launch, how much is an endurance is left on these guys? 315? Oh, plenty. Plenty. Enterprise launch a wing of Dauntlesses with... Yeah. Well, what if there actually is a battleship? Would it... No, this is fine. Done. And... Hornet. Hornet, you're going to launch these Wildcats. And they're going to patrol above CTF-1. And Hornet, you're going to launch Dauntlesses. Done. Now then, these Dauntlesses head right on up here. And you guys one of these sets of Wildcats, not the 13, the 12. Where's the 12? Oh, did I launch 24? I did. Okay. Well then, you will escort these Dauntlesses, I believe. Let's see what happens here. Is that both sets of Dauntlesses on top of each other? Yeah, I think it is. Okay. Nothing. Leave. Retreat. Leave. Confirm. Continue. Alright, what is this going to be? That's what I was worried about. Just gonna get the heck out of here. I should have marked it. We must be getting close. I believe there's a thing with the Dauntlesses in this where I have to actually fly them to altitudes of 7,000 feet in order to drop. So that's a thing. I'm gonna try to remember how to select everybody here. Form up into one wing, climb to that much feet, and head. Where's the course? What's going on? Form up, follow, right, attack. Boy, I am rusty at this game. Alright, anyway, let's just work on forming these other guys up. Whoa, what happened there? That's better. Alright, Wildcats, you do your thing. While these guys are climbing, what do we we got down here? There's the bad boy. Is that a Fuso? I think. Seven, 9. It's a fairly modern light cruiser. Right. So 1, 2, and 3 are our big targets, with 2 being the biggest target of them all. Right. How are you guys doing? You're up to altitude. Where are you? Come on down that way. And where's this other group? Why do they have to be the same color? Guys, come on down this way too. Pretty close to each other right now. So what we're going to do is I'm going to assign this entire wing to attack that battleship. An entire wing is going to take on that battleship. Then these guys are going to target number 1, attack. The other half of the other wing is going to go after number 3, attack. So we got 12 on each heavy cruiser and 24 on the battleship. Here we go. Let's find the leader of this squadron, and we'll watch them on their trip. What are they doing? I feel like they're shedding altitude for some damn reason. Am I wrong? Do you not have to climb to... I could have swore you had to climb to 7,000 feet to dive bomb in this version. I could be wrong about that. I don't know why they're shedding altitude. They're shedding a lot of altitude. Aren't these guys dive bombers? What are they doing? I don't know what they're doing. Huh. What are my wildcats doing? I feel like they are... Well, I would like them to drag flak. I didn't order them to drag flak yet. Let's form them up. Let's get them fast. Let's navigate them more this way. Actually, no. Can we... There, that's better. Navigate them that way. I'm gonna have them fly over to drag flag. As the Dauntlesses are making their final approach. Back to the Dauntlesses. They're coming in. We put just a few on that battleship. She doesn't look none the worse for wear for some reason. I don't think that one was intended for her. Alright, we dropped a cubic butt-ton of ordnance on this battleship, and it looks fine. In fact, the heavy cruisers look fine too. I mean, that one's a little chewed up. What's the report look like? Critical heavy on one. Heavy damage, but no flooding on the battleship. That's an interesting result. And moderate damage, no flooding on the other cruiser. Alright, well, we'll give it a little bit of time here. How do I speed up the time again? F9. Alright, we got one, at least. One small win. Whoops. No. Retreat here. Leave, confirm. And so we lost 7 aircraft in that engagement to sink a heavy cruiser and to put moderate damage, it was heavy, now it's down to moderate, on the battleship. Yeah. Well, these things happen. Right, RTB. Hornet, Dauntlesses, RTB. RTB. Alright. You guys are going to be able to launch? Probably not, right? Yeah, neither of you can. Counter with Milne Bay, well that's nice. Hornet ready to launch. There we go. Enterprise. Okay. Okay, Avengers with torpedoes. Done. Hornet. Avengers with torpedoes. Done. Looks like we're gonna have some planes to shoot down, I assume. Radar's already on. Let's turn on sonar for the heck of it. Switch to air. What do we got here? Torpedo planes. Okay, target 3. Attack. bound to happen. Alright. That's it, right? Why does it feel like they're still fighting? Alright, 6 aircraft. There we go. Encounter with Milne Bay. This doesn't look good. Wildcats are on their way back. Yeah, 0.6. Let's jump into tactical here. Did we pull in? We did pull them in. Right, 26, 28, 27. Tagging 12. Not really who I want you guys on. we attacking anyway? Ah, banana boats. Got all three, good. What do we got coming in here? Those look ugly. But they're not going to get anywhere near us. Should be meeting very shortly. Right there. $26? How many of these damn planes do they have? It's a turkey shoot. $32? What the? My God! It's a good thing our the fighter cover came back just in the nick of time. there any more enemies? I think we got them all. We did, didn't we? Nobody's trying to attack anyone? Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's it. "32 aircraft, 25 lost." We didn't lose any. We just shot down a butt-ton of air from Raboul. Is there still more coming? There is. Go to tactical before you land. Let's switch down. Enterprise, you have your radar on? You do. This is why I chose to start with 2 carriers. Could you imagine if it was only 1 carrier wing? I think they're done. Nine aircraft, 9 lost. Counter with Milne Bay. Let's go to tactical. You dauntlesses, I give you permission to dogfight. They're not even going to attempt to dogfight? Okay, well, go attack him. It's the bloody frickin' turkey shoot, man. If we could get points for plane shot down. We lost to Wildcat, sadly. But we have utterly destroyed the Japanese ground aircraft in like a 600-mile radius. Alright, you guys gotta be getting close. I feel like this is the right area. Yep. Jake out here. Alright. Did they turn around? Are they heading away? It kind of looks that way. We've got 1 through 16. Warm up. Something like that. Avengers are horrible planes, man. Horrible. But they have torpedoes. Torpedoes that have a giant dud rate because they're American torpedoes. But that ship needs to die. So we're going to do what we can to ensure its death. I'm sending them all. Oh, this is a horrible angle. Are you kidding me right now? Yeah, please turn. Thank you. Keep turning. Keep turning. Mutilation of the Fuso. Now for the other side. Thank you. If it lived through that, I was about to say what the hell. Alright, so that's one Fuso class battleship sent to Davy Jones' locker. And that is probably where we're going to wrap up this episode. So, what do those other YouTubers typically say at this point? Smash that like button. Actually, they probably say that much earlier in the episode. But anyway, if you enjoyed this episode so far to date, and you just enjoyed seeing the slaughtering of the Fuso, smash that like button. Anyway, I am James Johnson, aka Sulphurblade, and once this wreck of a battleship sinks down to the bottom, we're gonna wrap this episode up. And there she goes. So if I'm not mistaken, the Fuso is one of the largest battleships that the Japanese have at this stage in the war. So we kind of just smacked them on the nose. Took out their biggest chess piece, if you will. So we will... Whoa, no, that's not what I'm doing. I'm going here to retreat. Leave. Yeah, that makes more sense. So, one Fuso sunk for 29... I thought this Fuso was like... Is this the Fuso? Maybe it's the Issei. I might have my battleships confused. Well, there's one way to find out. One of these places has a list of things we've shut down somewhere. Summary. Enemy losses. Yeah, it's a Fuso. Okay. I just thought it was 36,000 tons for some reason. Evidently I was wrong. All right. Well, with that out of the way, we're going to just throw a save in here. We're going to call this something different that we're going to Pacific campaign YouTube. And we are going to throw a mark right here so that I remember. So I remember where, if I can get a mark placed, P, map note, last contact. We'll remember that's where the group was. We're going to tell these guys to RTV. We're going to try to. Heck. And there we have it. So anyway, guys, thank you for enjoying this episode. Hopefully it was good. If so, smash that like button, and we'll see you in the next one.